players heading towards A, and on the T side of things, 1 molly, 2 smokes, and a P250 in the hands of acoR. He's got Kevlar to boot as well, so we'll look out for that CT aggression. 3 players towards top and middle, and just Rez holding towards B.
There's going to be those window flashes held for a moment, but they don't need it. acoR shifting his way up banana without any of this utility. And the 1-4 split from NiP, hoping that GamerLegion walk into the A stack.
They'll have to push down middle to actually rotate and retake the B side here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to exec in, cough and smoke. acoR to take the fight, maybe ahead of time with the P250. That's the duel. Oh, Rez. He's got a lot on his plate. That could be huge, though. Oh, a little premature.
God damn. Well, that's going to be the B bomb site open for business here, and the retake is coming through middle. We've got Brollan trying to find this opening frag here. Still a 5-on-5. Headtrick will find first contact here. A very important frag as the reload is dropped, and acoR will strike.
Flashes for that retake. Rez just trying to figure out where he wants that smoke to go, but it's all about the shots now. 2 for 2. Nealon close to trade here and takes that banana control, but now they need to worry about the CT members who are going in 2 different directions. It's all up to config. And he ain't getting it done. Big roar coming out of the GamerLegion camp there.
Well, it's the perfect setup there from GamerLegion. Very patient, waiting for that aggression at the start. Didn't even show anything towards the middle, and that's where the stack for NiP resided. In towards B, simple execution, basic as you like, really. And then brute forcing their way in towards the bomb site, waiting for those flanks to come through. And Nealon delivering on all fronts. Lovely shots here from Keoz as well. And it's a big pistol to pick up. And you would assume it's going to be a force buy in the second here. Very viable on Inferno, to say the least. And we're going to see Desert Eagles 5-7s and focusing on those 5 smokes, is trying to whittle away at the clock here, make it uncomfortable if possible. And we're going to start with 3 CTs over towards B, mainly to drop utility, but we'll see if they want to try and initiate combat here.
That's a real early B flash coming through, just trying to bait out any of this early util. But NiP holding on to it until that first shot came through. And with that smoke going down, GamerLegion look to go and take that bracket control instead. Running back all the basic paces, splitting it up with a smoke here. Going towards that short side, dig side for me.
Yeah.
Not for you guys.
Just going through the motions here. Once you've got mid control, take denied vision for the CTs. They'll go back to more defensive lines. You can go for the execution. Same story towards banana as well. The bomb's still down in T-spawn, so lots of options here for GamerLegion. No real damage inflicted just yet. It's hampus that patrols the arch side with the Desert Eagle. He still has a smoke and a couple of flashes himself. As he starts to retreat, though, they're sensing this could be a B attack, and they would be wrong in thinking so. They've actually left A wide open. Ooh. This gamble will not pay off, and that could be the round already. So that's fine, though. You get a second bite of the cherry going forward. You will just be saving the Desert Eagles and try again in the next round, but it's going to be 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what Rez is doing. Maybe just hoping to catch one of the more extremity players. Find himself a rifle to bring through would have been a dream, but yeah, we're going to be on track for a potential unicorn here.
This is actually the perfect setting to find a unicorn, to be honest with you. It doesn't get much better than this. The Ts have no reason to hunt. They would just be giving up valuable resources, and the CTs, they want to hold on to their Kevlar as well, so I think it might actually happen. Mac, have you ever seen a unicorn round before?
A unicorn round?
Yeah, when no one dies.
Yes.
You have?
Oh, I've seen many rounds.
It's a rare sight.
And I think it would have been on this map as well.
Yeah, I think Inferno is probably the most
unicorniest.
The unicorniest. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually happening as well. Spam your unicorns in chats.
Everyone, get your unicorns
if there is one. And there it is. It's actually happened. EPL first here, or first of the season. You love to see it, I suppose. The chicken went down. Yeah. It's not the cleanest.
It's the highlight, yeah.
2 chickens.
Whoa, okay, there were 2 casualties.
A couple of deaths, yeah.
All right.
Well.
So you get that second bite. Do you try the same thing again? Do you hedge your bets towards B and just hope hampus and Rez this time can keep a bit of a firmer grasp on the info on A side? Keoz, you can see he was the impact player of that one with 8 damage, which was from that Galil onto Brollan, I believe, showing his weapon early, forcing out that utility. Hampus takes a peek down mid, gets a scrape of the knee.
So it's more of the same here, really, from GamerLegion. Bomb still down. Keoz maintaining banana control. They'll go for the basic mid utility, ascertain control there, and then, depending on the interactions, can fully execute towards the side. This flashbang with the CTs does make things a little bit more complicated, but Nealon's not dissuaded.
Yeah, he's hungry with that MAC-10. Hunting for this wrap into sight. CT is looking to fight with a defensive Moto smoke.
Yeah, you don't see many of those, do you? So that's going to funnel them down towards short here. Rez and hampus lying in wait. Bear in mind, they've got Kevlar and pistols here. Need to connect the shots. It's Nealon, though, that opens things up with the MAC-10. And once again, it's an open A bomb site, 5 versus 3. And unfortunately, we'll just have to save the Kevlar and the little they have. So Desert Eagles 5-7s, they will be buying up next round. Could look for exits. You might as well just keep the resources strong. Hold on to the Kevlar. That's a nice play. But it's surely only the MAC-10 indeed. So you'll be throwing it away regardless next round. You won't be using this on the CT side.
Unless they take it away from you.
True.
Cheeky spam angle there from second mid through the door. Config. Trying to get more damage done.
God, he had a helmet there. That could have been awkward. Oosh.
They're hungry for him. Nealon, the one that probably should be running at him with the MAC-10. Looking to potentially upgrade into the next round regardless. But we'll see. Ooh. Connecting again. Config. He has tanked a lot of bullets. He's a big man. It's understandable.
3-0 locked in. Brollan, well, he's going to have a $600. That's absolutely fine. They've got a full buy ahead of them regardless. Keeps GamerLegion a little bit more modest going forward. Round number 4 here. This is where we'll have signs of which way this one's going. We've got the head trick AWP. How is he on overpass? I heard he didn't post many frags.
It was rough. It was rough. Probably his most quiet map at Pro League so far.
Yeah, and when it's what, 16-14, and it's an Orpus Paradise overpass, like that's where you should be shining the brightest, right? So many long-range encounters, that is disappointing for him.
Crumbling a bit under the pressure today of potential relegation, potentially getting removed from EPL for Season 18.
Yeah, that's right. One more day of play tomorrow. 3 more best of 3s coming at you. This is an elimination game. 4 teams of the A will go through. And now we decide who will be the next to depart. GamerLegion, a great start on Inferno. Bit of a bonus round, lots of money, couple of Galils in hand. And they're getting towards that B bomb site once again. They've had great success against Rez, who's been alone time and time again. Gets executed on, has to wait for the cavalry to arrive, and then it's too little too late. And if he goes down early here, it could be a massive problem. Playing the smoke, we'll deploy it, but they're not going to respect it. In they go.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's the same problem.
Look at that.
It's done. This is getting out of control now.
Yeah, I mean, the options there for Rez, you can just see. I mean, it's very heavy on the
They
stack.
need to start conditioning Banana first. Before you can even deploy this setup, you need to make them at least put the fear of God in them. Let them feel like you're going to be running into a wall of grenades or incendiaries or an AWP. You can't just keep playing Rez there alone because they're well ahead of it.
Talk to me quickly while we're going to be saving for the next 45 seconds, although keep an eye on Isaac. New Inferno, obviously there's a bit of changes, no skyboxes, crazy bloody roofs everywhere, changing up the flash game, whole nade game. Going to be completely different, but are we going to see the same meta going through into CS2? Of course, there's less rounds to play with in each half. Are we going to see this many saves, or is it going to be a bit more aggressive?
The thing is with saves right now, this is a save that you had no chance to win the round. Like a lot of saves come down to like the 60-40 sort of territory. Like it's certainly possible, but you might not necessarily put it off and it'll be impactful going forward. So I think you'll see more of the saves where you have a disadvantage, but you know you have the players who can pull it off. You'll see more of those attempts come through. I don't know. The economy seems to be the massive like debate right now as to how it affects MR12. I just think the only adjustment you need to make is up the loss bonus from 1,400 to 1,900, and I think you eradicate most of those problems.
Okay.
But
which allows us more aggression.
I haven't played a single game of MR12 yet. So
no, but just to add to that conversation ahead of the first friction we see in this round is that I think that there is something to be said about those sad retakes. The retakes that don't happen, those 2v2s, you know, where it's like you just financially can't justify it, but you'd have a good go.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. These, however, we just saw a very big save from the Ninjas.
He's peeled this banana.
Yeah, here we go. This is more like it, though. They can't just allow them to have full B control every single round. So sending over a bit more firepower here. Make it a lot as Brollan gets a second headshot through the smoke, finds acoR, and now a 5 versus 3. But plenty of time here. You might as well give it a go, see if you can group up and maybe ascertain some mid control as Nealon recovers the bomb and spawn and a few flashes as well. They've still got a 2-man setup towards B, so plugging the holes at least on this side of the map.
Interesting catch there from our obs team, though. That was a double smoke deep banana, which does mean that our 2B defenders don't have a smoke to buy time for that rotate of hampus. If GamerLegion were counting...
You've just made Russian.
Lead them in.
Raz's day.
Oh, yeah, the boost, though. How good's your pre-aim bolt? Flashed off. Oh, not dead. Brollan needs a fresh magazine to finish this job. Isaac's still boiler side, so they could still pivot either way. Nubox, Molly not going to be too threatening if you're on that boost. Rez still has vision. And it looks like NiP should have this round with a 2-man advantage and the time's ticking.
Yeah, the setup's perfect. They've got all 5 players here. It would take an absolute meltdown for this round to fall apart, and it looks like they've done enough. NiP will be posting their first, and they've got all 5 players alive here, coming online at the right time. It was just starting to spiral, and like we said, it was the B-bomb side that was the main issue. They've now rectified that, and like I said, conditioned them to know that there's going to be a fight there. Brollan's willing to duel with Keoz there, so hopefully that won't be happening again. You can't just have a 5-man execute with one player lying in wait. It's not going to work out for them.
Yeah, and I mean, just reiterating the points about those frags, Brollan was super online on Overpass, Rez was super online,
yeah,
Config had a great T side. With those 3 all packing a punch, you could be onto something. You'd expect NiP to win. If Brollan's in form, Rez is in form, and Config's at the top of the scoreboard, I would expect the Ninjas to beat GamerLegion. But Overpass, of course, we saw went the distance, a full 30 rounds. GamerLegion secured their map pick. That's why we find ourselves here in a flying start for the T's. 4-1. Let's see if that 5 can manifest right here.
So, head trick. This is more like it, getting stuck in, showing us his AWPing prowess, but it's been a lot of that, unfortunately, in the last 16 rounds of play.
He couldn't
Overpass couldn't land anything.
After getting glass to the face like that, you know, it's understandable
true.
that shot.
Well, that's a very impactful kill to kick things off. They're going for that aggressive apartments pick. Shut down, got nothing for it, and the CT re-aggression will have to come through. They have to claim territory elsewhere. They're going to choose Banana here. Brollan, once again, trying to find frags. It's Rez looking for the jump up. But they're going for the apartments pop here, boys. And it might be the perfect call. They've got 2 players towards Arch. That is going to do 1 smoke out of the apartments, 2 flashes over, courtesy of Keoz. And they're just going to full send it. Config will be there in time. But what can he really do? Ooh. Good smoke. Okay, that's actually the perfect response.
Couldn't have come at a better time. It's not going to stop Nealon from crawling, but you can see that if they come up short and have nothing to report, this still can very easily fall away from the Ninjas without any more contact.
Very patient, no panic here.
Nice. Incendiary! That's what Nealon was waiting for. And now only hampus here on the A side of the map. He'll manage to find at least 1 through mid. But they are fully set up for this post plan now. Even hampus catching a dink. He's going to get out of there.
It's perfect calling, really. It all started with the head trick, confident pick, but he didn't land the shot at all. He was overwhelmed, taken down. We saw a bit of CT response. And it's a pretty significant miss. So, yeah, that's well within his wheelhouse to take that first shot. And I guess that's what we saw in Overpass, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now, when GamerLegion had Shuey, a lot of the
Ooh, disc slam coming in.
Yeah, a lot of the compliments were about their T-sides. GamerLegion's T-sides, we were applying a lot of that towards Shuey, in particular as the in-game leader, understandable.
Yep.
But to be, you know, integrating in Nealon, and to already be having that T-Hall we just saw on Overpass, you know, that was what, 9? Was it 9-6 half, I think? They got 9 T rounds on Overpass.
Yep.
Their T-sides here are looking stunning on Inferno. You've got to give credit to Nealon for being able to keep that up. Of course, the players, you know, there's some of the same parts that Shuey was working with, but he's managing to call a very good game and, you know, adjusting to a new role. Very interesting to see Nealon flying high in a must-win game. Elimination up for debate. NiP, just the 1 round so far on their CT side. It has to change now, and Headtrick's been given the gift of another AWP, invested in himself. DGL on the mic, though, just trying to maybe stabilize some of that vinegar that's boiling up inside of them.
Oh, it's getting frothy down there right now. This is going to be a rough one because 5-1 down, your key players are absent, and we've got that lovely sound effect accompanying the proceedings here.
There's a frog in here somewhere.
But yeah, this is the timeout, a chance to just kind of take the momentum away from GamerLegion. They're kind of racking up resources here. They've got an average of, what, $5,500 per player. Momentum on their side, all for acoR now as well. And Headtrick, his confidence isn't necessarily going to be on their side because he keeps getting picked left and right, missing some crucial shots. Heads towards B this time and has got a relatively good spawn. We'll see if he wants to get flashed in and hold the car position, allowing rotations back towards the A side. Molotov, though, will make things a bit more complicated.
Yeah, whether or not he's just going to pre-aim that jump up. Oh, smoke and go. Keoz. Okay. Yeah, he got flashed through on that, so that was really just a little attempt, dipping their toe. Ooh, and Headtrick nearly dead. He could still be. Look at this. Okay. Holds his nerve, nails the shot.
Uncomfortable, but he gets it done and still lives to tell the tale as well. 5-on-4. NiP with the advantage, bomb down towards T-steps, but Banana control gathered at least. You see Volt holding towards middle, Isaac waiting for any sort of aggressive push in the apartments as well. And we're going to reset the round somewhat.
Oh, spotted the shadow coming on the wall there. Hampus moving. Unfortunately gets spotted out.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself if that leads to a 4 versus 5 conversion. Just like that. Volt head on a swivel with the flash. Turns it, nails it. Config yet to frag. This is not going to be his time either.
There's a desk slam coming around the corner.
I'm looking
here.
over there right now. Let me report in for you. Either way, this retake is not happening.
It's not, is it?
Oh, this is a bloodbath.
Head trick. Something finally going right. Getting that opening kill, and then unfortunately things just don't go right from there.
Yeah, they just completely change up the game plan back towards A. It was hampus up on the atrium. You thought that'd be a strong position, but this presence of mind from Volt as well helps himself to the frag. And you're right, Alex. That's a world-class play right there. Being ready for that flashbang, aware of what that flash means, and just nailing the shot as well. That is really quite excellent from him. I
mean, consider how this first map went for Volt, right? Like that Ancient, he was non-factor for the first 12 rounds. The first 12 rounds of Ancient in an elimination series. The fact that he's managed to come in and then nail Overpass and start this strong on Inferno is testament to his mental fortitude. He's managed to keep a lid on it and stay focused on the task at hand. His teammates need him. You know, they need him to play his game, and he's managed to shake off what was a really rough start.
Yeah, well, early days here, but still concerning times for the Ninjas. 6-1 down. Third and final map here. Elimination on the line. Config yet to frag. One of the absolute stars of this team starting to fade out. As we'll see, another buy available, and Headtrick this time towards middle. He's being active at least. He's very mobile, but not having the impact you'd love to see as Keoz takes a face full of shrapnel there. The grenades do land this time. You can see they're putting a lot more resources in towards B after their earlier problems. So Keoz down to 3 will be given the AWP. And we'll see if NiP now can fend off this potential apartment attack. Yeah, they're ready for it. They've got the perfect setup to deal with this, so they know this could be coming. They've called it.
Yeah, and Headtrick's even housekeeping mid, so...
Oh, Config. He was playing anti, but he's having a sniff, and we'll go back to anti just at the right moment. But look at that move from Volt. That's perfect! The entry path, the strafe in the air has won them the round.
Wow. High-flying antics coming in from Volt, and that should be another round. I think they've called the save already. They knew exactly what was coming, you're right. Config was playing anti-flash, then this came off the angle for a second, and then both of them blind. Volt takes them both down.
That was beautiful. GamerLegion just keep impressing here on Inferno so far.
What kind of sensitivity does Hampus need to be able to track that? You know, jump straight over his head.
I'm pretty sure he was blind, but you could see it. I think he hit a couple of bullets just during the circle strafe.
Yeah.
Man, Volt, that is a lovely two-piece.
Yeah, excellent work. 7-1, boys.
Yeah, it's running away from him, isn't it?
And that's with Keoz down to 3 HP at the start of the round as well. They make it work. They find the perfect call, and Volt delivers once again here. 2 kills. That's all that's required to pick up round number 8. And acoR hungry knows there's a chance some exits here, but they'll be turtled up in the safety of the B bomb site. So 3 Ninjas will survive here, but this is getting desperate. Everything they're trying, moving Headtrick around every single time. He's just not finding that impact required. You can see, so wasn't even blind that Config, just couldn't nail the shot. Doesn't really find anything, just a single kill. And like I said, round over as soon as they got that smoke down towards Moto.
If he killed Headtrick there as well, that would have been a stunning one.
So he gets his first kill at least, Config, but it doesn't really mean anything, right? It was a nullified situation. As soon as he got one, he's dropped round over. And we'll take a tactical timeout. The second here for NiP. DGL is going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
What do you think the players think when they look up and see us just dancing every time the timeout music starts?
I think they think...
Is it distracting?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. But I mean, don't forget...
Almost certainly.
Yeah, don't forget Henry's experience of ripping out his headphones 2 rounds into the aim map. I think just any encounter with us is probably distracting.
Exactly. Well then. It's the tactical timeout. We'll see if they're going to adjust the setup. 3 players towards B, including the AWP as well. So nice grenades do connect this time. Keoz taking significant damage once again with the Molotov. Allows him to get close towards the car position. He knows that he can sneak through this smoke. The flashbang behind him. He's ascertained the banana is essentially clear, and they can go for an early execution they wanted to here. They've got so much territory early on.
Yeah, and that molly as well ensures no one's just waiting for him to round that corner. Headtrick is posted on this, but there's plenty smokes and flashes that can just do the job. Nice reaction out of Rez. Headtrick's vision restored as he takes Nealon out as well. As NiP's setup this time successful, but will they be able to find that clean close, keep 5 alive and some cash in the coffers? Isaac through apps, Fault working long. Whoa, nearly went down to Headtrick there. A missed shot on the AWP, spotted him out library side.
We've said that a few times so far in Inferno. It's becoming his catchphrase, and not a good one. So we'll see if they can recover. GamerLegion forcing their way up towards shore. Great entry once again. Volt delivering!
There he is!
Front, looking for a third. Unable to connect, but he's given them entry into this round. A 3 versus 2, and this one is certainly possible.
The entry man just keeps on doing it again and again. He's had a bit of a slow day in the office, but acoR now in the 1v3 hits that first hurdle. But there's 2 more to jump across. And speaking of jumping, it's the jump right in. Headtrick going to be able to pick it up with the A4. And that's going to be number 2 in the bag for NiP.
Headtrick, that's a triple kill as well. That's good to get him on the board. Racks him up. An important one as well. High impact frags, NiP. They finally get off of that one. You can just see through the round recap, just so many saves, so many just not near misses. This one, nice from Headtrick as well. You can see opts for the M4 to push the smoke. They were giving respect to acoR, you know, making sure that they're side by side, unable to go down to the AWP and trade on the bolt.
Let's bear in mind, that was a 5-on-3 scenario. It comes down to a 2 versus 1, a bomb plan as well. So GamerLegion are still loving it. They got a lot out of a little there. And yeah, it's great that Headtrick delivered, but bear in mind, Config went down without a kill once again. He's an emotional guy. We've seen the death slam. He wants to have a performance that people were screaming about, that we're hollering over here for. But so far, there's getting dropped at every single encounter with Volt. Under his skin right now. He needs to find a remedy for this problem as we get into round number 10. A full buy on either side, and Reds with the AK-47. He had a great performance in Overpass, looking to replicate that now. Need one of the stars to start shining brightly as Headtrick coming online, but we need to see Config and Rez join the crew.
Yeah, Fault's been hitting a couple of sequential bangers.
His multi-kills really opening up a lot of space for GamerLegion. And it's led to a plentiful amount of T-sided rounds already. Brollan just going around these mollies of their own to fully clear out Banana. GamerLegion will go back there later, maybe. But for the moment, they're after bracket. Dig molly coming through. Flashes everywhere. And they will have this mid control.
Yeah, there's a deep banana smoke right now, so Reds has full control, but that likely will change. He still has a smoke grenade available to him. I say that as he's only opted to deploy the flash for now. Hoping to get info on the jump spot. Just got to watch out for acoR, perhaps sniping him as he's looking for that info. Flashes in. Banana lost. Brollan rotating. Is this an all-in though? Forces out the smoke. Still 45 seconds for them to find the final site of their affection.
Plenty of time to hit B. Coffin flash going to be lined up. Brollan. They're going to be going on the aggressive to make this one happen. So many with util in hand, but it's worked only for one. Nealon, ready to counteract that one.
Yeah, if anything, that favors GamerLegion in more ways than one. The rotation's coming through, 25 seconds remaining. A valiant spray from Brollan is good for one. Hampus through the smoke, keeps the dream alive and maintains the advantage here. 15 seconds now. They can start pushing the smokes and bring this into a 3 versus 1, essentially.
Isaac got burnt to cinders, and now the wallbang connects. Headtrick's nailed it. The round is theirs. Config confirms it.
There we go.
It's a team ace.
Yeah, you love to see that. Everyone contributing. A high-impact round there. Needed that one to go in their favor. They are far away from breaking the bank of GamerLegion, but that's a convincing round. A decent retake.
Well, speaking of bank, 3 alive and a couple of other clean ones in the last few rounds means the money's looking more healthy for NiP as we reach the final 5 rounds of the first half. So it's pretty important for them to keep on keeping on the CT side if they want to survive here in ESL Pro League Season 18.
Oh dear, oh dear. An opening frag spells disaster here for the Ninjas. They know it as well. Clambering their way back in towards the top of Banana, taking significant damage from the grenades as well. Config down to 18 points of health. That was towards the apartments. He got spammed there. Oh dear, as Headtrick will pull one back. That's what we needed. Back to a 4-on-4. An adjustment to the setup as well. They'll boost the player towards new boxes. It's going to be Rez, and Hampus will tuck himself in towards Emo, but transitioning towards the coffins here. Might just be the B execution. Volt will grab the bomb and spawn. Keoz to lead the charge. Hampus feeling like CT spawn is the better option for him.
Ooh, beating the smoke. Is hampus ready?
That's perfect.
Rez in Fallen. Going to be able to double down. What he needed to do there, and NiP should be on for a fourth, but Isaac, he's keeping the dreams of GamerLegion alive here in round 11.
Yeah, well, Hedrick's now noted. Isaac's hunting. Isaac, he's looking like he knows exactly what's up, and they have isolated this duel now. Hedrick using that smoke to delay. He's done a lot with this. Oh, and he gets the headshot as well. Volt. Hello. He really going to give it a good shake at the stick. He should be dead. Yeah. A great shot hit, but NiP, they're starting to whir into action now. That's 3 back-to-back.
There we go. Yeah, that's much more like it. Sure, it was the nightmare start, 7-1 down, but they now posted 3 rounds in a row. We're starting to see those big names stepping up in these key situations. Hedrick, hungry as ever. Right place, the right time. A lovely bait and switch here. Just showing a little bit of ankle there towards CT spawn, dropping the smoke. They try and chase him, thinking they had the advantage in front of the smoke, but it was all a ruse. Rez boosted, as mentioned, and they've actually broken the bank of GamerLegion now. They can still win this half, as they're up against an acoR AWP, 4 pistols otherwise, and a bit of a half buy. Not fully invested here, and Hedrick strikes again. Starting to find that form now, and I absolutely love it.
This is land as well. acoR, a little bit slow to... I don't even think he hit that trigger this time.
Here we go.
Yeah, but another one's been racked up. It was actually Hedrick sticking around. Apps catches the walk up. So Isaac meets the same fate as acoR.
Spearheading the round, and yet another.
Could be all 5 if they leave them be.
Textbook from Hedrick here. No misses this time. Keoz probably pulls this one back and makes the round somewhat competitive. They still have a Deagle and the AWP in this 4-on-2. A minute on the clock and a bit of utility. 2 smokes to be exact. Nealon doesn't have a chance with this one as Comfy pulls out the grenade. He doesn't need to be active here though. Enable those crossfires. Let them have middle. Run the timer down. No one has to risk going down to the AWP, which we know they have.
You say that, this half wall.
Oh, he's looking for it.
He might. He is. Oh, he hit that one too. Keoz with no armor, by the way, trying to be as threatening as possible. Will go down this time to Rez, hoping that was enough of a distraction for Nealon.
This is what we wanted to see. Play the bomb sites, make them work for the kill, and they'll have no chance. So that's much more like it. Excellent work from Config there, starting to find some form himself. Starting to see kill after kill rack up. He's only at 3, but it's much better than 0 and 6 where he found himself before. As we get to round number 13 here, NiP have now posted 4 rounds in a row on their CT side. And Inferno, bear in mind, it's not as CT side as it once was. You normally see some 8-7 halves, and that's a very competitive and usual scoreline. So, money back online. The Legion will have a single Galil, 4 AKs otherwise, and a full belt of utility. As once again, we're seeing those 3 players towards B. Bear in mind, it was the nightmare scenario. Rez was alone at B so many times. They've rectified that issue, and now looking very dangerous on this side of the map. Oh, they're setting up for a bit of aggression here as well, so Hedrick will flash them in, and they will push.
Going right on for the banana control, and they'll find it. Refresh on the smoke at the bottom. And NiP yapping at the heels of GamerLegion, trying to make it as close as possible here in the first half after a rough affair at the beginning of Inferno. Again, yet another E-smoke at the bottom of Banana. Hedrick going to be all alone on the B site, full stack from NiP. Over towards A, double pit setup as well. Will be strong if GamerLegion make their way up short. But they're going to go for the wrap.
Yeah, well-timed incendiary forces Vol into an awkward position. Yeah, slowed by the bullets. Burnt down to 29. Nice from Nealon, though. That was a re-aggress out of Rez. He wanted answers, and he's only got a face full of Galil. Hedrick responsible for all of B right now. He's caught a whiff of one on the jiggle.
Yeah, he must have saw a slither. And does connect the shot. This is looking much better now. Talk about a turnaround.
Indeed. And it gets a bit greedy. He's got a lot to do. They pincer in through CT. 3 CTs now fighting up Banana. The roll reversal spray out of Neil in 9 seconds. Has he got time?
There's no time.
Oh my god, that's one way to clutch. A double spray out of hampus. He's laughing in second mid.
Oh no, poor old Neelan gets 4 kills and it's not enough. They run out of time and hampus with the backstab denies it all there. There was no chance to plant the bomb and it all comes crumbling down. That's now 5 rounds in a row for the Swedes and it's all down to this head trick shot. Another magnificent one. He did go down afterwards, but enabled them to have enough time for these flanks here and, like we said, deny the plant, which was absolutely everything here. 2 more rounds left to be played and a timeout has been called. Ash will jump on the comms.
Well, it looked like he was almost going for clarification as to what was going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the clock. The clock was so far against him. It was great to see that wrap, like to go for. It's quite a ballsy call when you've got 30 seconds left to try and crunch into B. You have so much uncertainty. Are they ruins? Are they push banana? We don't know. And Hedrick hitting that shot did secure it. 6-7 now. This is an NiP comeback. This is a storming comeback. 5 rounds
they
on
can
the
still win the
trot.
half, right? After 7-1 down.
That would be impressive.
Very. And that would give them the mental advantage going into that second half. So, speaking of which, they might not have a lot going into round number 15. They've gone for the full investment here, boys. Tech9 for Neelan, a couple of Galils in the mix as well, and acoR, but I don't really think I've said his name once. He's actually down there at 2 and 8. It is some tease out Inferno, admittedly, but still, he will have to deliver in this round. He's got the firepower, and once again, combative towards B. Here's acoR, though, flashing over and patrolling that car position. We call it car. There's no car there anymore. It's barrels, really. But
going to be a lot of that. Going to be a lot of that.
There's going to be a whole lot of that going forward. So
Also,
get used to it.
Furious Smoke going to completely disappear. Can't play around the little one-ways anymore, and I don't think you can even throw it.
I think we'll definitely have a new version of a one-way.
Yeah, I think, did you see one on Twitter at the bottom where
your
there's
legs
that
are
arch?
sticking out?
Yeah.
How many new boxes are we to have? New box, who's over there? New box.
Yeah, new corner, new corner.
You want a new box? You get a new box. Everybody gets a new box.
New boxes for everyone. That's the way we like it around here. And helping themselves to middle, at least, our GamerLegion. They've been pretty good at this, establishing that control. Looks like another creamy banana split is on the menu, though.
Ooh. Haven't even had dinner yet.
Bolt eats the nade, but he is going to keep crawling. He's got Isaac side by side for the ride, and Hedrick anticipating this gap. Hampus on library side. They are probing B, and Hampus has completely cut down the A side of the map. This could be Rez's nade. It could be Rez's day. Brollan, dead. Keoz trying to open up B. There is grounds for a GamerLegion 8th here.
No smoke, though, towards coffins. They're going to have to be... Oh, my, Keoz?
Hello?
I think he assumed there was one there, or they heard something towards new boxes.
Maybe it was
back.
the flash from Con enough to signal maybe there's someone tucked in the back of sight. Supposed to play off the flash, but either way, it's AWP's reigning supreme this round. Neelan can't see a damn thing, and that's going to be another one. Hedrick coming through with a double at the end to take us into the final round of the half.
What a turnaround. I mean, I don't know. You can frame it both ways, right? You can frame it both ways. GamerLegion, a 7-1 start.
What an emotional roller coaster, though. You got that adrenaline pumping, everyone's screaming, and then you go into this like, yeah, 7 rounds, pretty good, but we really did fumble it towards the end of that half. We could have got a lot more out of that one, and NiP seem like they're firing on all cylinders now. And like I said, 8-7 is a very common scoreline in modern Inferno. Like, it's not like a blowout or an interesting scoreline in any capacity, but double kill towards Banana. Amazing work here. So this could be 7 rounds in a row if they pull this one off after being 7-1 down themselves. What a recovery.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially considering Conflict's practically been a passenger throughout this entire half.
Sure. Good point. Just
sitting there watching the kill feed.
And it was Hedrick who had that rough start as well. He has really shown us he can bounce back here.
Ooh.
Speak of the devil, takes down Volt, who's been a thorn in their side to say the very least. 2 more kills will do it. I think they've done enough. Conflict, stay alive, my friend.
Yeah, Trick to finish with a flourish. 15 and counting. Here comes 16, and it is just the Jewel Berettas using Conflict to close and take the W. Ninjas in pajamas down in the dumps with 1 round to boast, up against 7, and then they run it all the way to take the lead at the half. We'll be back, and we're losing one of these teams at the end of Inferno.
another one to get around. You try and try, but never find someone who's not. Keep looking for it, but you can't find. Can't find another one to get around. You try and try, never find another me.
What's up, gamers? I hope you are enjoying your Saturday night. You join us for the final half here. GamerLegion taking on NiP, and it was the Legion that looked like they were running away with this one, looking to eliminate the Ninjas with a 7-1 lead, but it all came crashing down, and some way, somehow, NiP leads at half, 8-7. They'll switch over to the T side now, and they've got the wind in their sails, boys. They are looking rejuvenated and ready to eliminate GamerLegion. We'll see where the pistol takes us, though, and we've got double dual lead, 7 guns for the CT side.
Let's see how far he gets them. Brollan's equipped with that armored P250, so perfect for equalizing the range. But otherwise would favor that USP. Flash is held, waiting for the call.
Trap set up. 50, not going to be able to get past it. And that was before the flash going back for seconds off the util. And it's looking real good for GamerLegion to take another pistol here.
Yeah, this is going to be a 2 on Inferno. Taking them both as hampus turns tail, and Nealon has a lot to report. Banana's clear. hampus has been spotted leaving. And now they're all stacked up on long. Config would be hard-pressed to find the double kill here to equalize. It's not looking good for the Ninjas. Head trick. Trying to bound into the side. acoR will collect another. That's a double kill so far from the Dane, and it's acoR with 3. Config. Down and out.
Wow.
Quad kill out of acoR. Well, that's one way to get some early cash.
Yeah, and he's been quiet, bear in mind. That only takes his total up to 7 and 10 right now. So if he comes online in this second half, NiP could be in a lot of trouble. As I mentioned in the pregame, we haven't seen it so far in this series necessarily, but when he's on, he is red hot. He can be considered in that conversation of top 5 AWPers when he's at top form, but sometimes a little bit inconsistent. You see it like 1 in 3 games. Haven't seen in this series so far. Would love it to come online here and take us the full distance. But for now, NiP operating with nothing. Zilch. As we see Glocks across the board, no Kevlar, and indeed no utility. So just going through the motions here, just want to get it over with. They won't be presenting anything too tactical, I'm afraid. Just trying to bleed out a bit of utility. And you can see acoR wants to get stuck in and just start racking up those kills, considering he's had a very quiet showing so far. So understandable, but make sure you don't overstep the mark.
Right. Like, you understand it, but you would be mad about it.
Yeah.
If it didn't quite go to plan. Yeah, but this is where NiP can just chill out. They're in absolutely no hurry. A hurry up and wait type of beat. And a headshot from Isaac against the juices flowing. That's his 5th kill as well. Isaac incredibly influential on the CT side of Overpass. This is CT side starting strong for him as well.
Yeah. acoR. Can he get some more money in the bank?
Give him to acoR. Come on, feed him.
Thief. Vault.
You hate to see
Cheeky
it.
rascal.
I suppose they'll still be reasonably happy with that one. It's a clean sweep, and they'll take the lead once again, 9-8. But bear in mind, NiP will be purchasing into round number 18 here. Ash offers up the fist bumps as we get ready for the action here. It's going to be a very important round, indicative as to which way this one's going. Neck and neck right now. Volt's continuing that strong form and takes himself up to 13 frags, same as Nealon here.
Arguably, give him the vault. He needs him. That first map, remember what happened, 0-12? From there,
right.
He's had a stellar performance to turn that around and get his head back on his shoulders, full clarity.
Yeah, he even turned it around on Ancient, right? I think he ended with like 10 kills, 10 to 18 deaths. So from 0-12 to 10 and 18, it was the start. 2 maps later, we find him at the top of the scoreboard.
Quite a subdued start. I was considering GamerLegion with the MP9 to go for an aggressive play, try and ruffle the feathers early. This could be incredibly difficult now. We've got 3 MP9s, and they've gone for the one-man stack at the B bomb side. That's Neelan, who will have to fend off everything with the utility.
A one-man
just the
stack.
SMG, yeah.
I like the way you put it. Let's just put all of our Neelans on B.
All the Neelans we have. But he's been given a reservoir of utility at least. So he can keep deploying the smokes and suggesting there's more than just one player here.
Yes, the stack of smokes. That's what it was. Config looking for a stack of pancakes to eat on up here towards A, and if he can even get out of apps, but there's the full crossfire established here on Bracket. Spacing not too good. Waiting for that flash to come through instead, and oh, he can see the elbows, he can see the shadows, head trick, and be able to walk away with that one. Untouched from it. GamerLegion.
How many smokes does he have? Neelan. Bloody hell, he has locked them out. There must have been 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So they might have to push through this. If they wait another 10 seconds, they're going to be real strapped on time, and they'll push through towards CT spawn. acoR lying in wait, gets himself a second of the round as well, and now they'll assume this is probably clear. They don't have the time to actually check every crevice of the map.
Yeah, they might find Neelan, but they haven't really got the time for this. acoR, enough of a distraction. He will profit.
Big.
And that is a huge round to overcome.
Considering they're up against 5 AKs there, they had 3 SMGs and just 1 player towards the B bomb site. They played to perfection. They had no idea they were 4 towards top and middle. They barely make a dent. And without the bomb going down as well, they're in half-buy territory. It's going to be 3-0 for GamerLegion in the second half. And as I mentioned, just pistols available for NiP here. Now, they are very handy with these particular weapons, and you can execute with the smokes and flashes they have. It's just unlikely. GamerLegion, they seem to be recovering this one now, and it's a great start in this second half. Challenging towards B is Brollan. We'll see if he can crack things open.
That's a gift. Without having to do too much extra work, you've already got top banana control, and those limited nades now could perhaps take shape in the form of an execute. Could, being the operative word. You see Neelan just playing this jiggle.
So this will be the smoke down coffin. Spawn, flash over, and just flood in. Hopefully there'll be a deagle pick before that happens, but here's the incendiary just to slow things down here. Rez will join the pack. Bomb on the back of head trick, bear that in mind. So they have 4 smokes remaining. Might want to save a couple of those for post-plant if we get that. But as mentioned, just need to drop those first 2 smokes to at least gain access toward the site. Still plenty of time, don't have to commit right now. But Neelan and Keoz more than ready for this one. It's Keoz with the AK-47 as well. Neelan has still got his trusty MP9.
Yeah, and that flash they've got lined up as well from Keoz.
Which is actually perfect, by the way. They haven't got any helmets, and 2 players without Kevlar should be a foregone conclusion here.
And they got answers mid. Here we go. Flash is good. Not clearing him. Not clearing him. And Neelan can still profit with that MP9. It's getting him a long way. But the side defense has fallen. The crazy spray from acoR costs him some health. Now a rifle can fall into Headtrick's hands. hampus ensures it lands for the Ukrainian.
They're looking for that other one. Hampus can't quite find it. Just opts to stay with the deagle instead, and is waiting for this smoke to fade. Shooting back at the bullets. Won't connect this time. But Headtrick, the key piece of the puzzle, fallen out of the box though, so the jigsaw ain't completed.
Well, there we go. 3 players survive once again. 4-0 in this second half. NiP starting to drop off once again. They kick things off in Inferno with a 7-1 deficit. Replicating that form in the second half, and at the worst possible time, lose this map. They are out of the tournament. It's getting later in the evening now. Fatigue will start to set in. They've got to focus. They've got to rectify this issue, and they're taking their 3rd tactical timeout. Considered to be one of the best in the business, DJL will have to give them a rallying speech here to save the day.
It can't. I mean, you need to put yourself in the NiP shoes as well. Day 1 of EPL, you beat your boogeyman. Right?
Yeah.
You took them down 2-0. Astralis. We're talking, you know, Device, ex-teammate. We've got Config as well, who's going to be super foaming at the mouth to take down Astralis. You do it on day 1. You go to bed. You couldn't be happier. You're riding such a high. You come in, it's fist bumps, it's good vibes, it's camaraderie. And then back to back, now to back days where you've just been 2-0.
Last chance this time. We really mean it. This is the last chance. There's no further games after this one.
Yeah.
They played every day, so they haven't had a day off. Even the teams that lost twice in a row have a day off. But
well,
of course, Greyhound will have to play 2 games. Furia also having to play 2 games tomorrow.
Well, that's if you win the first one.
That's it. Well, yes, one of them has to play 2 games.
Just to be clear.
Truth.
3B to start. For the CTs at least. Looks like Volt was just there to be housekeeping any fast B plays, maybe drop his nades. You can see he's just rotating to A with only a flash.
Well, Neelan's ready to get stuck into this one.
Oh, he's got an
Flashbang could be
M4.
deployed from Keoz. There it is, and it works out perfectly. Brollan can do nothing about it. There's no way to trade. They've been mollied off, and the only problem now is trying to evacuate. They can get out safely. Neelan's not interested now. He wants to stay and fight.
This is ballsy from Neelan, but with the half-wall smoke up, I mean,
Yeah.
no harm, no foul.
Denying them access towards that aforementioned car. He now will peel off, and you can see they don't really have any idea what's on the other side of the smoke, so they've done enough to run down the clock even further. It's going to be 40 seconds remaining now, 45 I should say, with Rez hoping someone will walk into his crosshair. Volt might offer himself up here, but he's aware of this potential, and he just gets off the angle at the worst time. That's rough.
Oh yeah, it gets worse for them as well. Their AWP just got dinged through a smoke spam.
They will have this 4v2 on B if they decide to go balls to the wall. And they have the util to do so. 2 smokes, plenty of bangers. What's Neelan got? Nothing on the back of sight. Keoz, nothing as well. So the util's not there to counter it. However, some has transitioned in. Volt throwing those flashes, but a little preemptive. However, I'm saying preemptive. There's 10 seconds in, and you can see GamerLegion just all they want to do is stop that bomb from being planted. Neelan hiding, waiting for the moment to strike, and that's the round.
It absolutely is. It's going to be another disaster for NiP. Held up for so long. The smoke's down towards half full. The retake of Banana from GamerLegion. Neelan is calling an absolute blinder right now. This CT setup has been perfect each and every time. It's frustrating. It's active. They're finding the first frag just as they're setting up as well. Brollan didn't stand a chance. They're completely blind. Neelan then locks them out for another 20 seconds with this fantastic utility combo. And NiP with no plan going down, they still have some resources here, yet to post around in the second half. They will have AKs and Keoz. It's full send down middle. acoR will drop first. Is there a trade available? Apparently not. And NiP are finally online here on the T side.
That's a gift from GamerLegion, trying to turn up the pace. And
I don't mind it though. Like, you've had such a great campaign. It's the last thing you would expect, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. It just gets handled this time. And Isaac, he's in a nice forward position. He knows it's up to him to try and destabilize. You'll hear the dismount of Config.
Ooh, going for the light room push.
Yeah,
Doors open. Crosshair looked good, but Rez that little bit sharper. And in the 2-on-5, you're looking at the money in the bank for GamerLegion. They can still attempt to go for this one, but are they going to play the long game? They gamble in A.
It took them 6 rounds, but this is the first time we've seen NiP finding more than, what was it, 2? Yeah, more than 2 frags. More than 2 frags. Over the course of these first 5 rounds, they posted 6 frags total. Oof. And here, in round 21, the exception is found. Aggression thrown by the CTs, and does translate into NiP's first T round.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, that's not a sustainable round. They can't say, let's do that again. Let's hope they rush down middle at us. That worked really well. Unfortunately, they're just not going to do it again on the CT side. And they still have plenty of money. Not as much as you might think after such a great half, but they have more than enough to drop and be serviceable going forward. But there it is. You're right. It is the first round for NiP. It'll be 12-9. Still anyone's game. It's just been disastrous starts to both halves here for the Ninjas. 7-1 down on their CT campaign, and then what? 5-0 here on their T side. So finally, a clean round. Everyone stays alive, just what the doctor ordered.
Right in the nick of time as well.
Yeah.
16 looms. Elimination. That debate will find its conclusion. NiP demonstrate that perhaps it's not going to be a
The thing is that it's a bit of a hollow victory there because you didn't do anything in terms of a tactical masterclass or a D4, an execution. It was kind of gifted.
Yeah, you didn't. We didn't even like have a pattern or an execute that you finally found the answer or remedy to.
So the next round, this will be very important, and it will be a timeout as well, just to kind of keep them guessing. It's called by GamerLegion this time. It's their 3rd timeout, so 1 to use after this one. We'll have 20 seconds to consider our options. Like we said, full buy on either side. GamerLegion, after the investment, still have an average about $2,500, I would say, considering Keoz is fully invested. We have got another AWP available in the back pocket of Neelan, but a very important round, needless to say.
Having a look at the spawns there, head trick at the front in T spawn. We'll see if he's going to be able to maybe get on the line early at Banana, or where he decides he wants to go. And then acoR as well. Looks like he's looking towards that B side of things, but doesn't have the best spawn for that. So could go mid, could change it up, but it looks like they're not going to go for that at all. G2 smoke coming out of Vault. Let's see if there is going to be that aggression on A for GamerLegion.
Yeah, this smoke enables you to go for an aggressive pick down towards second middle. You can use this grenade as well. Sometimes will give you a little shadow through the smoke.
Just a crafty one that's come into the meta in the last couple of months.
Yeah, it's Monacy that really shows you the potential of it time and time again. A real nuisance, but no frags found early. Barely any damage. It's quite a subdued round here, but that's about to change. We've got one player up towards the half wall. That's going to be Brollan once more, joined by hampus, but it's acoR baiting in his teammate Neelan, who's been great here on the B side of the map.
Oh, Molly.
Yeah, he has to fire off a shot. Or stick around. There we go. Oh, dear. Brollan again finding impact.
Yeah, Isaac found res towards apartments, just to know that. So still a 4-on-4, and they're transitioning back in towards middle. Going to be trying to punish the fact they know there's two players on this side of the map. Volt, who's been great so far, he'll be waiting towards the library position and hits a hell of a shot there to maintain that advantage. 4-on-3 now, 45 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Isaac on that graveyard. Looks like he's got a round in the bag. As they sweep through, who's going to have their eyes on the prize? No one, as Isaac sweeps them down. Neelan feeling himself as well, as they are just 3 rounds away from knocking out the Ninjas.
Yeah, really impressive round there. They understood exactly what was up against them there, pushing them back away from B once more. It's Neelan who's just delivering on all fronts, just playing them like a fiddle as Volt continues to deliver excellent shots there. A nice spray down, fantastically positioned from Isaac there. He's had a quieter game by his standards, but a huge double kill there to deny the plant. And bear in mind, NiP won't be on eco. They had a round before the first round they picked up with 5 players surviving at least, so they'll have cash, but they are running out of time here. Hope is dwindling away as they find themselves in the 13-9 deficit here and facing tournament elimination.
Yeah, Isaac the freaking beast, waking up at the right moment. 3 more needed by GamerLegion to get across the finish line. One that they will have to go across to make this reverse sweep happen and survive in ESL Pro League. Of course, they get to sit on the sidelines all day tomorrow if they win. Watch exactly what's going down in the upper bracket final and the lowest low tier bracket final, semi-final, whatever the hell we're going to call it. Brackets around here are crazy. There's heaps of them.
Oh, yeah, that might be a cancel on that one, considering a run boost of the AWPer.
Util getting dumped towards Banana. Nice placement of that onto Neelan.
Oh. Wow, Volt does well to control the spray as Config tried to bound away, but set up by Isaac. And yeah, an early frag found acoR doing his best to avoid conceding the equalizing frag here.
A couple of blunders from him. That timing, the run boost. And speaking of boost, Keoz is going to be put up onto Fallen.
So right now, NiP are in a 5-on-4 with no map control really to speak of. Brollan trying to change that fact. He's calling for the boys to come over. They're going to limp in towards B here. They've not really done much to sell this at all, but Volt, he's at least rotating. He's not there and part of the defense, but Neelan, he's the master of utility. We know he's always got a smoke available to him. Drops one at the perfect time, just as they're getting set up as well.
And he's got another one.
He's got another
No
one.
way, really?
Yeah.
Have a look.
I was kind of
Keoz
joking,
dropped
but
him
yeah.
one off the new box. There it is.
And there might be another one.
Oh, he's done another! Keoz and Neelan combine if they whiff the molly. Yeah, Keoz is going to be forced out wide. Now acoR will keep the advantage for GL. And GLHF, if you want to push that smoke, hampus has got his nades out. Volt catching the timing. Another smoke from scores him. Hendrick nails the first. A 2-on-2 retake for all the marbles. So much at stake in this one. The Ninjas need it. It's compulsory to their adventure. Behind the smoke, Isaac playing the fade. hampus looks away. Down goes Hendrick. It has to be hampus. It has to be hampus with both. The first is good. Not able to find the second. Isaac has the kit. GamerLegion have 14.
Oh, what a round it was. It was looking so comfortable for GamerLegion, and then with not much resources in terms of the utility, NiP claw their way back into the round. They get the bomb planted, a chance, a real opportunity to find the round there, but it's all shut down. hampus cannot deliver in the 2 versus 1, and these new box boosts keep on coming through and delivering time and time again. But for me, that's all about Neelan once again. He did so much damage, delayed them so long, and enabled his team to retake the bomb site here and find 14-9. Bomb planted that was mentioned. There is a buy for NiP here, who have now given up 2 rounds in a row. 1 round away from elimination point. GamerLegion have all the advantages they can ask for here, and Volt is not slowing down.
Oh, pace change. Volt is electric with this one. Not going to be able to find too much damage through that bottom banana Molotov. And there's not even a smoke there just yet. Happy to take the line. And NiP respecting everything GamerLegion are throwing at them right now.
Yeah, Volt's fully pushed up, and they will probably leave. Yeah, okay, Neelan's going to abandon ship. The setup on Banana is going to be tough to break, but certainly not out of the realms of possibility. NiP prioritizing mid. They want to get the brackets with the body of their forces. Brollan responsible for any Banana hijinks. And admittedly, the bomb's still down T steps, so nothing quick. Oh, there's some info. Thank you very much, Volt.
Ooh. Molly.
Move, boy.
Forcing him out. Good flash to counter, but Volt sees it too. Man, can't see a damn thing. hampus saves the day and gets the opening in round 24. acoR similarly blinded here at short and will continue to re-aggress onto bracket. Is Config going to be ready for it?
Here we go. He certainly is. It's a lovely sequence, though. Keoz with a triple spray down, looking for elimination point now. 30 seconds remain. They've got the bomb in their remit, but not for long. Rez is fighting back in the backstab from hell. It's down to just one player remaining on either side, and they're both incredibly weak. Plenty of time for the plant as Rez will make himself known in towards that B bomb site.
One bullet will do it. Rez, to avoid that condemnation of 15.
I think he's done it.
It looks like he has. Oh, Rez pulls the trigger first. And we will go again. A triple kill out of the Swede just to keep NiP's hopes afloat.
Worst way to win it. Look at the money. There's not much for a bunch of the NiP members.
Oh, you don't get many of those in your career. Just 3 kills in one little spray, lining up like that. Didn't have to move his mouse. Just 3. And still not enough. NiP, thanks to Rez, secure a 10th.
And that was his 8th set of kills as well.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So real slow game from Keoz. He's had a good series. Everything else on all the other maps so far, but Neelan just going to be trying to lock down Banana here. acoR flash across the top, and we're going to see some aggression. Volt, he's loving this mid push. Oh, and Rez not able to punish him for it fully.
Config takes that smoke as an invitation. Considering aggression. It's the nade, now it's his Q. Mid take util. Short denied as they sweep through. That's the free frag Isaac's gonna find, just like that, dink straight away over the flames.
This is the worst possible start. You're running your default, you haven't really found much at all, and you've lost the first player, and they're going to be actually pounced upon here towards B. It's a 5 versus 3. We already talked about the money being incredibly weak now for Ninjas after winning the previous round as well. Headtrick tries to scramble back towards T-spawn. Bear in mind, the bomb's down here. Config, they get the kill, they open up the site, but they can't plant. Headtrick has to go back to T-steps here.
They're getting suffocated. You can see this wrap coming in on the flank, and now it's all down to hampus to try to lock it down, but he cannot see a thing. He's got no health. He's gone. 1v4 for Headtrick. He's made some magic happen in this series through this week so far, but a 4-man clutch, I don't know. I just don't know.
The only way he wins it, if he knifed out and went and planted the bomb and he had an AWP on his back. Then maybe you could say Headtrick could do something with this. Right now, he can smoke spawn, maybe plant the bomb, but he won't be winning it. So with 10 seconds remaining, he'll have to do that right now. You got to do it now. No, he's got to save.
No. Doesn't know. I mean, he has no idea. He doesn't have the gift of that X-ray or mini-map, but yeah, you could see there was a little small glimmer of hope for a plant, and I don't know. Oh, it would have made a big difference. Oh, God, yeah, though. That would have actually really smoothed over the buy for survival.
It's kind of the question, like, does he want to hold on to his AK and drop a Galil still? He's at $2,000, so he can at least contribute. Like, the fact he has the AK-47, it gives an extra gun over, and of course they will be buying, but 5 opportunities right now for GamerLegion to eradicate NiP from ESL Pro League Season 18 here. Good Lord, no one thought this would be the result today. I honestly thought NiP were going to walk through this one, no problem. They looked great earlier in the tournament, but had their issues. And right now we'll have to play the perfect game just to survive.
Well, Diamonds are formed under pressure, and look at this. They need 5 in a row here on the T side with no money in a round like this. Ooh, a very rough place to be.
Yeah, they started with a 10-round T side on their map. They got 16-6 on Ancient, and now this reverse sweep from GamerLegion. 1 round away from knocking out the Ninjas. Nades being juggled across. It looks like it's just going to be a BXEC acoR floating around Speedway to be rapid response to the pressure that's coming their way. Nealon and Keoz, they've passed so many of their tests on B. This one can secure the knockout below.
It's tense. And it feels like they've got enough, but the setup's looking good, and the pounce comes through from the Ninjas. The first kill for Nealon lands, and this guy has been an absolute beast time and time again, delivering frags at the B bomb site, hoping to lock them out further. He finally goes down.
Still grounds for something if hampus. Oh no, he's given his life away, spotted over the smoke. Rez will trade. Maybe they can get that bomb down. Smokes are still up. But oh no! acoR nails it through the smoke. Rez, surely a dead man here. Surely a dead man here. Yes, he is. GamerLegion, head above water. And down go the Ninjas, eliminated of ESL Pro League Season 18 at the hands of GamerLegion. And that spot is still available.
That is rough. It's just a bad start there. Both halves going from 7-1 down.